What do you want?
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy.
Hello?
Patrick, you gotta get up.
I'm sleeping.
We have to do a show.
I'm still in vacation mode. I don't think I can go back yet.
No, trust me, we have to do the show.
Oh, we have to do the
Yeah,
show.
we've been
do
gone
the
for
show.
too long.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. The only way I'm getting out of bed is with this show. You know, there's a lot of stupid going on, and it would have to entail a lot.
Well, there's a lot going on. We missed a lot.
Oh, really? There's a lot going
we missed
on.
2 weeks worth of stupid.
All right, so like you're telling me that okay, this is the only way I'm gonna do this. This is a deal breaker. It's got to be about a Japanese naming service, school-sanctioned Hitler cosplay, library jail, the two-time incest champion of the world, eye penis, and ghost pepper school.
Grab your gear. We're getting the band back together.
Oh shit. What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupids on the DVM production Empire. I am Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to.
Season 2.
I'm excited to be back.
I'm excited.
I spent the last couple of weeks just kind of like, I feel like I should be doing something right now.
Yeah, every Thursday I was like, when am I going to hear from Oh, or not?
Yeah, I didn't have to make the super long drive all the way over
5 minutes.
here. I mean, sometimes it takes 5.5.
Wow.
Like, if I hit every light, then it's 5.5.
Right.
Plus, they're doing some repaving in my apartment complex, so it's like, yeah, I know.
Oh, man. So we're in Season 2. What do we got?
Oh, we have quite a
whole
few
bunch of
stories.
things.
I figured we'll go with just a nice round 6,
Sure.
the stupid 6.
The Stupid 6.
And since we have so many stories, we're just gonna jump right into it.
Yeah, let's jump right in. We're jumping.
You know, when it comes to business, it's like if someone's willing to pay for it,
Yeah.
then of course the business should exist.
Find a need and fill it.
Exactly. That's where a lot of people that make a ton of money out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, that's so stupid. I wish I thought of that. Well, there's a 16-year-old British girl who earns £48,000 a year helping Chinese people name their babies. Now, since we don't use pounds, we use freedom units. It's actually about $63,500 a year
Jesus.
for naming Chinese babies.
I could do that.
You could,
I could.
but you didn't.
I didn't.
And you've already missed the boat.
What if I could do it better than her?
It doesn't matter. It's already done. The service exists, and it's better than you.
I could name 5 Chinese babies right now.
Okay, do it.
They got to be British names.
Yes.
Nigel,
Okay.
Gavin,
Okay.
Gwendolyn,
Old, but okay.
Livonia.
Livonia? Who have you ever heard named Livonia?
I still got one more.
My friend Livonia.
My
She's
friend
great.
Livonia. You don't know Livonia? We call her Liv.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Queen Elizabeth.
See, that's a great name. I feel like people would recognize it instantly.
Yeah.
It's just associated with...
There's a lot of Basils, too. There's Basils. There's Cecils. My dad's name is Cecil here, but all the Brits that he works with overseas, they call him Cecil.
Do they call you Patrick?
No, they don't call me anything. I don't talk to them.
Oh. They just ignore you?
No, but I don't talk to them. Like, I've never been...
Because you're not one of the cool kids?
That's it.
You sit alone at the British
I'm
lunch
not
table.
British. I don't eat bangers and mash.
Every time I think of that, it's a terrible thing. But every time I hear bangers and mash, I think of someone getting their dick caught in like a jar or something. Like, I caught my bangers and mash and all in there, and they're just like a baby food jar. They're like, well, this got bigger than I thought it'd be.
Yep.
So, so
Oh, what was that? String peas? Oh, you should have tried corn. Feels just like it.
now it's cream corn.
That's keep keeping it classy.
But for the diabetic, now it's candy corn.
Oh.
So, by the way, I love this name because of all the names to have.
Candy corn, yay or nay?
Nay.
I love candy corn.
Hell nay.
I love candy corn.
Go nay yourself.
I'm serious. I do. I love candy corn. I'm like one of the only people that I know.
That's why the British people don't talk to you.
Oh, that's it.
Why the fuck do you eat candy corn?
I don't know. I like it.
Do you eat it normal or do you like cover it in something, eat it with something, warm it up,
It's a
cool,
handful
like
of
put it in
candy
the
corn.
fridge, like
Handful of candy corn. I also like the
Why?
candy corn pumpkins too.
I don't know if we can do season 2 anymore. I just
Alright.
want to cancel
I
it.
don't know what to tell you.
On this episode of Stupid Stuck and Stupid, we talk about how Patrick's fucking stupid for liking candy corn.
I like candy corn.
Oh my god.
We gotta go get a bag of it because it is the season.
This whole time I thought we were friends. And you've been hiding this secret
You've
from
been
me.
hiding this secret from me.
How dare you? It's like, well, I'm also racist. Yeah, well, fine,
Yeah,
but
that's
you eat
so is
candy
everybody,
corn.
but you eat candy corn. How dare you?
I've murdered a baby. Well, the baby was probably screaming.
Was the baby eating the candy corn? Then we're fine.
You did this a service. So this name, it sounds like a name from someone who'd be in Alabama, but her name, it's a 16-year-old girl from Gloucestershire. Her name is Gloucestershire. Her name is Bo Jessup.
Bo Jessup?
Bo Jessup.
That is not a real name. Her name is not Bo Jessup.
It's Bo Jessup.
Bo Jessup is the pig wrestling champion of 1985. Everyone knows that.
I know.
Grew up with posters of him on her walls.
Who didn't?
Ugh.
But this person is in charge of naming Chinese babies.
Someone should have been in charge of naming her.
Yeah. It's kind of like the poster like, do you want to be named like me?
You want to be named? No.
No.
Here you go. Ready?
Okay. Carl. Nailed it.
Syphilis.
What? Nope. You got Sybil?
Gonorrhea.
No. James.
James.
Jamesaria.
Jamesaria. Got it.
It's like a palooza, but more local.
Right.
The Jamesaria. So Bo Jessup.
Bo Jessup.
She was on a family visit to China.
She plays the milk jug. And is a big Dukes of Hazzard fan.
And can spit a cricket 25 yards. I think that'd be a good distance for spitting crickets. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but I've heard
I know it's a thing, but I don't know.
25 yards. That's a good amount.
She can't throw a ball that far,
No.
but she could spit cricket. Farther than a tick hound could chase a squirrel. I don't know.
A tick hound could chase the
I
squirrel.
don't know. A blue tick hound. That's a
Sure.
That's a thing. It's a thing. You son of a bitch. So she was out to a family meal in China. So her family's out meeting with other people,
Hanging
other
out.
friends, and they were out to dinner. And
Someone stood up and said, "Quick, name my baby."
it's like a never-ending story. Say my name.
I still don't know what that girl's name is. Because even when you turn it on to subtitles, it says inaudible. Like you can't understand it.
I think you can look it up online if you really wanted to know.
I'm better not knowing. But she was a do-nothing bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Your whole world is...
I'm not going to sit here and wait for someone to give me a name.
Your whole world is being destroyed, and the Empress is just lying in bed. Do-nothing bitch.
Well, I mean, the nothing was the one that was coming after her. So...
Why do you think she was in bed?
Trying to do that nothing.
Do that nothing. Do nothing, bitch.
I finally understand the origins of that phrase.
There we go.
Oh.
Anyway.
So one of her friends, they asked her to name the child because it is in China it's considered important to have an English name for when they grow up to study or do business in the UK.
Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby Lee. Ricky Bobby Chen.
Yeah.
Pete Wong.
David Ping Pong Wing Wong. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to say this, but...
Ping Pong Wing Wong Panda Bear.
What was Stephen Colbert's bit that he got, like, in... That one lady got in tizzy about? It was like, the Wing Wong Ching Chong Center for Asian American Sensitivity or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm like, it was perfect sarcasm, and
But-
someone was like, how dare you? See, now, if that center hadn't gone through Bo Jessup,
Right, and it would have been okay, and she would have made $70,000.
goddamn, she makes so much money.
How do you get the word of mouth about it? And this is all translated from the perfect Chinese, but hey, Chen, guess what? I had my baby named by a 16-year-old in England.
16-year-old white girl.
In England.
No way.
It only cost me $500.
It actually cost £60,
Which is what?
$79.50.
$79.50?
$79.50.
It only cost me $79.50. And she named my baby Gabriel. So we have Gabriel Lee Wong Chen. Panda Bear.
So,
chicken.
in China, they named their child based on the elements, and Bo wanted a similarity between how they picked their Chinese name and how they picked their English name.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they were...
Because Bo's put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, obviously.
For $65G a year, maybe. Yeah.
Well, she assigns personality traits to each English name, and, the family has to select the gender of the baby and then select the different traits that they want the name to portray.
Difficult Susan. Asshole Paul.
Would you like to hear the personality traits that you can
it's
choose
British.
from?
Wanker Wally.
Cunt Steve. So each suggestion is printed on a certificate with its meaning and an example of a famous person with that name. So here are the traits that you can only select 5 of these when you're naming your child: elegant, motion, sensitive, insistent, confident, honest, clever, creative, optimistic, reliable, keen, have empathy,
That's 2 words.
earth, fire, wind, water, heart.
Pikachu, I choose you.
No, but it stops at have empathy. So yeah, you can...
You made those up. I was like, what?
No, I'm just...
Oh.
Do you not know Captain Planet, you son of a bitch?
No, I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
God, you get the fuck out. They, man, I can't, so they, I went on this website.
So they pick the name. They'll pick the trait. And then
They
if it's
pick
like
the
clever.
5, you pick I want a boy's name with these 5 traits, and then you hit a paywall, so I couldn't figure out what happens next. But
You couldn't give her $79.50.
I'm not gonna
name
pay.
your fictional baby.
It turned out to be
question-
68 pounds, which is probably like $90.
I question your dedication to this project.
Said the guy who stole a lullaby song off of YouTube.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, she said she was surprised when she was first asked to name the baby, as I'm sure everyone reading the story
Everyone
is.
is.
She says, "I'm not really qualified or relevant enough in that baby's life to be the person to give it a name.
It's not like you go to school for it, qualified.
But after hearing some of the embarrassing
What did you
names..."
major in? Baby naming.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good racket. I can make it pretty much close to like $70,000 a year starting out.
That sounds like a degree you get from ITZ Tech.
That's right. Gun repair. Refrigeration repair. Baby naming.
Japanese baby naming.
Japanese baby naming.
It's a language credit.
Air conditioning repair.
Japanese air conditioning repair.
Japanese air conditioning baby repair.
So she said after hearing some of the embarrassing names, Bo decided she needed to act, saying that there are quite a few examples where people have gotten the names wrong. Because the Chinese are fascinated by Western culture and the government's restriction of pretty much a lot of things, like internet, just information in general, they often get translations wrong. Whereas Americans have the embarrassing trait of getting Chinese or Japanese symbols tattooed on their body, and it's like
Lemon chicken.
lemon chicken. They have the thing where they try to have American names, and they end up with Rolex, Gandalf, or Cinderella.
Oh, man.
Because they get exposed to luxury items and things like Harry Potter, Disney films, and Lord of the Rings. they end up using a lot of those for reference.
Ugh.
So, I mean, I can't really say that it's not like we know. I mean, I
Some
know.
kid walking around, his name is Hufflepuff Wing.
I mean, you could just walk down the street here and run into Mercedes Jones.
True.
So it's not. If anything, they're just mimicking white trash culture.
Alopecia, get over here.
Zantac 75 Johnson, get back home right now. I don't know why that one came. Just
We are farmers, bum, 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 bum. Get in this house.
Mary Elizabeth 10-10-3-2-1 Franklin, you get your ass back home right now. Remember that? The 10-10 numbers? That was a thing for like a year. John Stamos was a spokesperson for it. Stamos! I don't know why. I'm not angry towards him, but...
I am. You could have made it work with Rebecca Romaine. You just didn't try.
More like Rebecca Romaine leave most.
Right. What?
Got her. But yeah, she said her service has named more than 200,000 babies.
Good God.
So...
There's just so many duplicates, probably.
I think... You're the worst.
What's the next one? I'm going to name him Leviathan. I'm running out of ideas.
Yeah, she doesn't keep information like what's the most popular name on the website because she doesn't want to know. Doesn't want it to influence anything.
You don't want people going, "Hey, yeah, that's fine. I'll save my $90 and I'll say that."
Like, oh, Tori saved a bunch of money.
There we go.
I mean, I don't know why you can't just. I mean, yeah. So the way this works is, she sent them 3 names, and then the 3 names are then shared with family and friends on WeChat, which is China's equivalent to WhatsApp, which is a texting service.
Right.
That's supposed to be confidential and encrypted, but Facebook bought it and they fucked it up. So now we can't talk about things about that anymore. I almost said 3 sentences there at the same time.
Yeah.
But the website, it doesn't... These people don't even know that they're having a 16-year-old girl name their stuff.
Right. Because
when you go to the actual website, it doesn't say her age.
Just a picture of Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
No, it just says, I'm a British special name... This is the translated from the Japanese page. So, I am a British special name company's CEO and founder, Bo Rose Jessup. Over the past 12 years, I often visit China. Whenever I was in China, I would often be asked to help them and their children to take a special English colleagues. Mind you, this is Google's translation, so... Like Chinese names, when meeting friends or working partners, they will with the English name of your child's personality closely linked, but the name will give others leave important first impression. It actually sounds like someone's trying to speak English for the first time.
Right.
But they have a picture of a middle-aged woman there. Completely different person.
Right.
So they're lying. Like, hi, I'm Rose Jessup. I've been to China over the last 12 years. I'm like, yeah, but you were taken there as a baby.
Right.
For family vacations. And now you're like, I'm a middle-aged woman. I can name your baby. Give me all this money.
Ugh. Well, now it's out there, so they must. I was going to say maybe they don't know.
They probably don't know. But I love this. Excuse me. This website, because it's very happy, smiley, Japanese friendly, I guess. But they're going through like people with names like Colette, George, Susan. They're all happy, and Catherine and William are leaping in the air, happy. And then there's a woman all sad and confused because her name is Minnie. Presumably after Minnie Mouse.
Probably.
Yeah, and another
or
guy.
The moocher.
Ooh, I mean that.
Throwback.
We don't know. That mouse could just mooch off of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this this girl, is raking in the dough.
Yeah.
So figure 20,000 times $90. Jeez.
It's a lot.
That's so much money.
I know.
And here I am recording a podcast about how stupid she is. God damn it.
No, it's not. It's the people who will
it's
buy
not.
it.
Yeah,
it's not her. It's the people who will buy it.
They're so concerned about setting their children up for success by naming them so that they'll be accepted in another country for business and study that they're willing to pay $90 to hear about the name George.
Right.
I don't know. I can't. Do
You're
they not have
gonna
baby?
Make yourself sad.
Do they not have baby name books?
I don't know.
You think with any internet they do have, they can go into China Google.
No, you got a bunch of kids named Grumpy Cat.
And Damn Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Like, oh, that's really popular. I'm gonna call my
right.
child Damn Daniel.
It's terrible.
It is terrible, but it's not as terrible as Book Week in Australia.
Book Week in Australia. To the Stupid Mobile. Join us now as we go down under.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Yeah, you're
Let's just stop recording for a second because I want to put a sound effect in.
We're going to do it like 5 more times, so shut your mouth.
God damn it. I'd say you're literally Hitler, but
I'm not.
yeah.
Or at least I don't have an outfit.
Nope. But there's
A kid who does.
there's a kid who does.
He put a lot of work into his Hitler outfit.
He did.
Hitler cosplay.
So the prince. This is in
I was
Australia.
going to go
so-
as Mussolini. I was. But
his book just lacked.
Yeah.
You know.
his book isn't very good.
Now they don't say what book it is.
Probably
but-
Mein Kampf.
well, I don't know.
The book that he wrote.
It could have been a book about history that was focused on
Hitler.
Germany
Okay.
and the Nazis
Okay.
and innovation and murder. So,
Anyway.
the principal of an Alice Springs college regrets that a student with an interest in history and politics was allowed to dress up as Adolf Hitler for Book Week. So the student appeared as the Nazi leader as part of a Reading Week celebration at St. Philip's College in the Northern Territory.
Man.
He was also awarded one of the prizes for Best Dressed and featured in a parade held during the college assembly.
Because they thought it was Charlie Chaplin.
So, he got approval from one of the teachers who is,
Now unemployed.
quote, a respected staff member. Gave him permission to dress up as Hitler. He does his report or whatever. He wins the costume for Best Dressed and then is paraded around at the school assembly.
Everybody was there.
You want to know who was there?
I think I know who was there.
Students on exchange from Bialik College, a cross-communal inclusive Jewish school in Melbourne, was present at the assembly.
Oh, sorry.
So this school, they've had this cross-communal relationship for years now.
Not anymore.
For the past 6 years.
Well, it's been a good 6 years, everybody.
And they decided to parade Hitler in front of them. Like, hey guys, thanks for coming. I'm so glad you're here to learn. You know, this next guy coming out to the stage, real gas of a man.
Oh,
He's just, just here to really just hang out and
he's killing me. He's killing me.
He's killing me, And you, if you don't, listen. But I'm just giving it up for my boy Adolf. Did anyone clap for him, or did they just salute him?
No, they clapped.
Okay.
Yeah,
How do you clap and salute? It's just like the Florida Gators thing?
Yes.
Like you go from clap to raise, clap to raise.
Yes, but when he walked by, they did the.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hi, guys. Hi. Terrible.
Look, I mean, I hate to pull this card, but it's 2016. How do you not realize that anyone dressing up as Hitler for anything
It's gonna be a
other
terrible
than a historical reenactment or a movie or TV show?
I just feel bad for those actors.
that have to play Hitler.
Yeah, they're like, look, this is what you do.
If it's
you look like Hitler for a living.
If it's a $200 million budget epic movie, like, yeah, dress me as Hitler.
Right.
If this is like a $200 low budget your student film that your friend is making, and you have a funny mustache that you can shave.
I had a director when I did 12 Angry Men. But the director, I guess he played Hitler in a movie, and I could see that. But he was also like 5'4".
Yeah.
So he looked like little Hitler. I mean,
Hitler.
He just seemed like. I'm like, yeah, if Hitler was 5'4", I mean, he was kind of. It wasn't necessarily tall, dude, but he wasn't 5'4".
Like if Napoleon was German instead.
Right. It's like Napoleon and Hitler.
Great. So angry man with the little man complex.
Right.
A little man with a
Hitpolian.
Nittler.
Nittler.
Man, that ice cream would be way worse.
That'd be terrible.
And we got the chocolate, the strawberry,
and
the vanilla. and I was gonna say something worse. So
No.
okay. So you got the strawberry, the chocolate, the vanilla, and the ash.
God. You feel good about yourself?
No,
Okay, good.
but it had to be said.
I don't know if it did. I don't think anyone was like, "Oh, come on, Bear,
I was.
go there." No, I know, but
I was.
But you
So-
do that to yourself all the time.
Because I think of something and I'm like, oh man, it'd be terrible if someone said this out loud. And then I say it. I'm like, oh, no one should say that out loud.
And then I just said it.
Oops. I should go to this school.
No, you should go to a school.
Because they already have a Hitler there. So, yeah, the principal of Bialik College, he told him that the principal of the college said he handled the situation well and he had every faith in him. There was an unfortunate incident. The reaction was swift to everyone. He's like, listen, we're schools. We're learning.
The reaction was swift. Is that Hitler? Is that Hitler? Get Hitler off of there. Get him off of there.
It wasn't. It was swift after the fact. But I mean,
Yeah.
he got permission to do it. He did it. He won a contest, and then you paraded him in front of a Jewish school.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do anything worse than that, other than saying, "Hey, come on, the AC is broken. Come to this room."
Using him as a mascot for a fast food chain. Pretty bad. Like
What kind of food would they serve there?
sandwiches.
Just like po' boys and heroes and.
Hitler sandwiches.
Oh, what's in a Hitler sandwich?
A Hitler witch?
Yeah, a Hitwich.
Lettuce,
Well, obviously,
tomato,
gotta have that.
hatred.
Is it like a spicy hatred?
It is.
It's
It's kind of a
hatred is
spicy
mustard
hatred.
in this scenario.
Put a little mustard in that hatred.
Some mustard.
Mustard.
Some Mussolini tart.
Mussolini tart. There's the Hitler witch.
Turkey. Ham. Bacon.
More ham.
More ham.
We're gonna get canceled. first show back from season 2. We're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, we had a lot of complaints. Turns out everyone that downloaded, really Jewish. we were big in that community.
So what happened to the kid? Nothing.
Nothing.
Good, because he. I mean, granted, you shouldn't dress up like Hitler, but it's not like he didn't go through the proper channels.
No, he asked a respected staff member. He didn't just ask a teacher's aide. He presumably asked someone high enough out on the food chain that he's like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I like the way that they described him. He said that he has an interest in history and politics. I mean, that's a really nice way of saying
You want
that he's part
Hitler.
of that he's part of the Hitler Youth.
Right.
No, he's just very enthusiastic about history.
I had to read Mein Kampf for history class in high school.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have to, but they said
You just chose to?
anyone who reads it and does a thorough book report will go up 2-letter grades.
Oh.
Because they can't demand that you read Mein Kampf.
Why?
You just can't. So I was like, dude, I'll
2-letter grades.
walk off, with class and whatever, do a real good Mein Kampf, real good Mein Kampf report.
I mean, you had the book
myself.
anyway.
I did not have the book. That was the fun part. Is my dad went to the Chicago, Chicago University of Chicago library bookstore,
Okay.
and said that he needed a copy of that. And the lady goes, "Who wrote it?" It's like Hitler.
Hitler
Oh,
what?
okay. But
Excuse
instead of the book,
me. I'm here to get a book.
yeah, okay. Well, this is the Chicago Public Library and Bookstore.
Yes. Just
Not public. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm studying so much. The University of Chicago Library and Bookstore. Go ahead.
Okay. That seems like the right place. I'm here to get a book.
Okay, we have lots of books.
Okay. We don't need to be so loud.
Oh, I don't think I'm being loud. It's not like it's a library. It's a bookstore.
I mean, we could probably treat it like a library for this.
Okay.
I need a book for my son.
Well, we have so many books. What kind of books? What is this, fiction? Is this nonfiction?
It's you could say it's history / autobiography.
History / Well, that's not really my. It's not really my area. Let me get somebody. Let's get Ishmael. Ishmael, you know the history section like the back of your hand. Can you come on over here? Yeah. What can I help you with?
She can't help me.
No, I no.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
No, we already developed a rapport.
Yeah, well, call me Ishmael, like Moby Dick,
Okay. Ishi, I need a book.
Ishmael.
The
traditional proud Jewish name. My grandfather, who unfortunately perished in World War II.
Oh, was he?
In the concentration camps.
Oh. Was he a guard by any chance?
He was not a guard. He was a prisoner.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So you need a book.
I need a book.
I didn't mean to throw all my family business on you.
Well,
you need a book.
This is
And
family business.
Can I tell you this? You seem like a nice guy. You seem like a guy that I would like to hang out with and have a beer with. Nicest guy in the world. Nicest guy in the world right here. What kind of book can find a book for his son? Promoting reading.
It's
reading and good values.
It's history / autobiography.
Okay.
No.
What was that? Are you chewing on something? Is that? It's who?
Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf.
Yes.
That's a book. That's a book by Hitler. You're buying this for your son?
Yeah,
How dare you, sir? How dare you? What's your name?
It's also Ishmael. Ooh, what a coincidence.
I don't think it is. If it is, we would know each other. We have a club.
Yeah, I got the Ishmael email address.
Ishmael?
Ishmael17 at ishi.com.
I am Ishmael17 at ishi.com. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I'm your twin. We're brothers. We've been separated for years.
Oh my God. And you're reading Mein Kampf? I don't understand this at all.
You were raised by our mother. She was loving. I was raised by our father. He wrote it.
What a way out of that. So you're saying our father was Hitler.
Who art in heaven. Hallowed Hitler be thy name. King.
No, you're done. We're canceled. We're canceled.
Speaking of canceling things, you want to know a fun way to cancel out being out of jail?
Hang on. To the stupid copter.
So an Alabama library is going to start enforcing jail time for overdue books.
Oh, Alabama.
God damn it, Alabama.
God damn it, Alabama.
You can't. Your teachers can't stop fucking students, and now your library can't stop fucking everyone.
So what's the jail time for keeping green eggs and ham out too long?
Up to 30 days in jail.
Shut up.
Up to 30 days in jail.
What's the late fee?
I don't know about the late fee, but they have if you do not return your books, you could have a fine up to $100, a city jail sentence of 30 days, or possibly both. So I don't know what the fee is per book.
Good Lord.
But the problem that they're having is, like, how the fuck do you end up with $200,000 in missing books from one library?
Someone's stealing them.
Well, they're saying it's because this is a stupid rule, but they're allowing their patrons to borrow at a time up to 25 books. You could take 25 books out at a time, and which could be worth around $25 each. So if one person...
I'm sorry, no one in Alabama is reading that much.
Which is why the library is so important. But they have $200,000 in missing books because people keep on checking them out and then not giving them back. What a lot of people are saying is like, oh, I lent my card to my cousin. Okay, still your name. Like if it's your credit card and someone uses your credit card to go buy stuff.
Jethro, go get that thing off the top shelf. Ma, I can't. I'm too short. Then get your ass to the library and get some of them big books.
Go get some encyclopedias.
And get that thing off the top.
Get the H and the S. They're the biggest. I don't know if they're the biggest.
I think they're the biggest.
Yeah.
They are now.
But man, $200,000 in missing books. Because people are too lazy to return the books. Now, she said they're not going to go to, like, it's not like if you take a book out, it's one day late, boom, jail. It's first you get a text or an email saying, hey,
Shit's late.
give us back the books. If they ignore those, they also get a certified letter stating that they have 10 days to return the library's property. Certified letter being something you actually have to sign for. So it's like proof that you've got the letter, but I mean, if they can't read anyway, it doesn't matter. And then if that doesn't do the trick, a court summons will be issued, and ignoring that can result in hefty fines or even jail time in extreme cases. So,
You go to jail. Walk the line. Prisoner 24601, step forward.
I don't belong in here.
This is your roommate. His name is Ice Pick.
What?
He got his name like that because he enjoys cool drinks on hot summer days.
Oh, that's not
And
too
he
bad.
murdered 10 people with an ice pick.
Oh my god. I just tried to read.
Ice Pick, this is your new roommate. This is the new fish. Hey. What's your name?
Cletus.
Cletus. What'd you do to get in here?
I checked out a book from the library.
And then you murdered someone.
No.
You sexually molested someone with the book.
I never got caught for that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm a teacher myself, and I fuck my students.
so that's what you're in here for.
No, they never caught me for that. Frankly, I don't know why I told you,
I'm not sure why you would.
but I just don't want you to kill me.
Oh, I haven't decided yet. So you said you read a book?
I checked out a book from the library.
Well, was it something insensitive like Mein Kampf?
No, it was a John Grisham novel.
Was it The Rainmaker?
It was.
I love that book.
So do I.
Shut up.
No, okay.
So what'd you do? You didn't kill nobody with it?
I'm confused because you told me to shut up. And
Answer me, but do it while shutting up.
oh my god.
It's rude not to talk when someone asks you a question.
I checked the book out and I never returned it.
Shut up. I'm going to call you Reed. That's your nickname. Reed.
Like Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four?
I don't know what that is.
It's a comic book?
You calling me stupid?
No, I'm sorry.
You don't want to meet the end of my ice pick.
No, I do now.
Now, would you like an Arnold Palmer? It's
Oh.
kind of hot out here.
Oh, yeah, I would love an Arnold Palmer.
Let me get my ice pick.
They just let you keep an ice pick in here? Guard!
What you want?
He's trying to make me a delicious beverage, but he has a knife.
That's an ice pick. His name is Ice Pick.
But it's sharp and pointy like a knife.
We don't call him Knife. His name's Ice Pick.
Yeah, I'm Knife. Knife Jones.
That's Knife Jones.
I'm a chef.
He's a chef, but he also killed people with a knife.
Mm-hmm. Food allergies.
Hates people with food allergies.
I gave so many people peanuts.
You're not allergic to peanuts, are you?
No.
Good. He hates that. Oh, Lord.
But,
I can imagine going to jail for a fucking book.
yeah, I mean,
Just bring him back.
literally all you have to do. But I mean, I think a lot of the reason why people don't want to bring him back is because if you bring him back, like, ha, caught you. Now give us all the money for the late fees. I mean, I don't want to do that.
I don't have it.
It's been a while since I've checked out a book from the library, but I'm pretty sure the last one that I was at, they have like an overnight drop-off.
Yeah.
It's at the side of the building, so you just drop the
Call
book.
the front door.
Well, no, not even that. Like, if you want to show up at 3 in the morning, you can slide the books in this fucking drop-off slot. It's like a...
And I'm just saying,
like a mailbox.
It's Alabama, 25 books. Leave them on the front door. Nobody's going to be, like, happening across the library at 2 in the morning and go, what? So many books.
Look at that free stepladder. I could build it myself.
I don't even... Is that the H and the S in the encyclopedias?
Oh, my God. I could reach so many things.
I might as well... Finally, I can get my baby off the roof. Gilbert, you're coming down tonight. I got the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Speaking of keeping it in the family.
Hold on. To the stupid Zeppelin.
So we have the story of the 2-time incest champion of Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I mean, normally we would...
Oklahoma, where you get married to your kid. I don't know this song. I haven't really seen the show in a while. But...
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So in Oklahoma, a woman and her daughter are facing incest charges after authorities learned the pair were legally married this year, and that the mom had married her son a few years earlier.
Yeah.
So she married her son. It lasted 15 months.
Family dinners must be awkward.
Or compact. Like, instead of having 16 people over, you get 7.
Right.
My grandpa niece.
My grandpa niece.
My grandpa niece, David Chin,
Grandpa niece cousin, twice removed.
who is also my
Who
fiance.
was also my fiance and my orthopedic surgeon.
She went to school.
Got so many books, because in Alabama, you ain't got to return them.
Nope.
You just got to make sure you never set foot in that town again.
Just whatever you do, don't dress up as Hitler for book week.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon here.
Yeah.
But if you go to school abroad, ooh,
Ooh.
you can just do it right in front of them Jewish people.
Jesus.
They ain't gonna do shit.
Terrible.
It is.
Anyway.
But 43-year-old Patricia Ann Spann.
Patricia Ann Spann.
Yep.
She could have went to Bo Jessup and got herself a better name.
Yep, but I think she did go to Bo Jessup for her daughter's name. 25-year-old daughter, Misty Velvet Dawn Spann.
Shut up.
Yeah, Misty Velvet Dawn Spann. Velvet Dawn is like the porn remake of Red Dawn. Where they just drop dildos instead of Russians.
And the son, Robert Velcro Spann the Third.
Doesn't have his name.
Lucky.
Yeah, God, what does he get out of it? But he married his mom in 2008. And then he filed for annulment 15 months later, citing incest. I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, did you just... It's like, you know
He
what?
just woke up one day, he's like, I've had enough. Like, hold on.
I'm calling incest. All of a sudden a ref comes in, throws a flag.
Okay, this is going to be terrible.
Okay, well, as long as we know.
So,
Can't be any worse than anything else that you said this whole...
they haven't consummated the marriage yet.
Yikes.
It's their 1-year anniversary.
Oh, no.
And it's getting hot and steamy.
Oh, my God.
And then once he's like in...
Whoa, wait a minute.
He's like in there. He's like, this feels familiar.
I'm having deja vu, you guys.
This is so weird. I'm like,
I feel like I've been here before.
I kind of want to keep going. Like, can Can I just, like, climb in here?
Yeah, just click it.
It feels like a baby kangaroo coming home
Oh, it's terrible.
into her pouch.
Good God.
Yeah, so 15 months. He's like, oh, this is my mom. We gotta annul this.
Yeah. Cited. It's not even irreconcilable differences. Why you guys get divorced? Incest. Oh,
Oh, okay.
if there was ever a reason.
So
Can't even go to counseling for that.
Hi, well, welcome to the county clerk's office. What can I help you out with today?
I need to get this annulled.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep. It's shocking.
How long were you married?
We were married for 1 year.
1 year.
1 year, and then something.
Oh, that's usually the
I
honeymoon
was just
phase.
surprised. You know how, like, when you walk in and like it's like walking into a plate glass window. You're just surprised it was there.
Oh, was she cheating on you?
No,
Oh, well, that's good.
no, it's worse.
I've been married 34 years.
Yeah.
It's been the greatest thing. We have
Well,
3 children.
Well, that's you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about my
Oh,
annulment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a little friendly,
Well,
Here in
I need
Alabama,
to
we
get
try.
this annulled because I was shocked.
Okay, we have to go through the reasonings. So you already said it wasn't because of cheating, correct?
Nope. It's not about infidelity.
All right, it's not about infidelity. Is it money issues?
Nope.
Okay, is it a matter of mental health?
Nope.
Okay, is it is it for business?
Nope.
Running out of check boxes here. There's one that's crossed off on the bottom because we never use it. Let me just clear. Is it Well, that's probably not that one. We'll just skip that one.
No. What was it? What was it?
Oh, it's kind of it'd be rude to ask. It's because
No.
there's
Go
no
ahead.
way. There's
Go
no
ahead.
way that this is. Is it incest?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one.
Is it maybe that you guys were moving in different places? Wait, what?
No, that's the one.
What?
We are getting divorced and annulled because of incest. Because it's just the weirdest thing. One day you wake up.
Is this your sister?
No, it's my mom. You've been married for a year, and you look up one day and you look at this person and go, "I am married to my mother."
You motherfucker.
Exactly. That's my last name.
Fucker?
Yes.
Or motherfucker?
My middle name's Mother.
James motherfucker.
Yeah. The first.
Hopefully. In the last.
But yeah, everyone talks about that day you wake up and you're like, "Oh my God, I am married to my mother." It just so happens that I am married to actually my mother.
Yeah, sir. That's
not a woman that acts like her.
Sir, that's a saying. It's like a woman that acts like your mother. That shares the same traits, not the same genes.
Oh,
I don't mean
about
the
that.
same pants.
No, I am. She wears my pants sometimes.
Well, half of your she is inside half of you.
Well, I was all the way inside of her, and I was thinking about going back.
Sir, I don't need to know these details. We're just going
Well,
through
just
the
give me an
paperwork.
annulment. You're the one giving me your life story about your children and your wife, and you're so happy. I'm married to my mom.
Sir, we're just gonna do this little paperwork, and we'll never talk again.
All right.
Unless
Do you talk to other people like in other like offices? Because I got these outstanding tickets in West Virginia. I need some help with.
God damn it. So, this woman married her daughter because she told State Child Services that she lost custody of her 3 children, who were then adopted by their paternal grandmother. But then 2 years ago, she reunited with a daughter, and they, quote, hit it off. So they decided to get married.
Give it a shot.
If these 2 crazy
You
kids
hear
can't
about
do
it
it.
all the time.
You know what's great is in their booking photo, they're wearing like his and her Superman shirts.
Shut up.
We'll post it on the Steve is Talking Stupid page.
Oh my God.
But it's like, I mean, we've been silly for most of this, but we'll have a real quick, serious conversation.
Okay.
25 and 43.
Mm-hmm.
They're adults. Just a couple of women, so they can't procreate. Why can they not be together?
'Cause she's her mom.
Right. But in a world of just let people do their own things as long as they're not hurting anyone, mind you, I'm glad it's a law, but
No, I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying.
because like in like a male-female relationship, they're worried about having the kids being a burden to people in the future because of their physical and mental disabilities that could derive from incestuous relationships. But they obviously can't have a kid together. So what is so, other than it being gross as fuck, what is so wrong about it?
Icky.
Okay, other than that.
Other than that, I guess nothing. Now the son, obviously, no. But
Right. But they were married.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I just like, you think of these things, you think it like things are taboo for a reason and everything like that, and I just don't know.
But this is two adults doing their own thing, not bothering anyone.
No, you're right. You're
like
absolutely
this.
right.
I've been reading about this. I'm like, God, this is fucking gross. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, who
You
cares?
heard it here first. Bear supports incest.
Listen, so back to this Hitler thing. No, like
No, I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying. The whole thing is, it's like, so why were they arrested?
because they were married for incest.
Did they tell people? Was there a?
Well, she is not. Patricia said because she wasn't named on her daughter's birth certificate, she thought it was okay.
Oh,
So
I thought it was okay, Bear.
Well, and see, that's the thing. Like, if it's not okay,
Is she really her mom?
she's really her mom, and she lost custody years ago. When they became they went to her paternal grandmother.
I'm not doing another improvisation. By the way, for this.
Oh no. That's why I said let's go. Let's
Yes.
be serious with
Okay.
this part. So they, whatever. She got the annulment in 2010 from her son, and then here it is 6 years later. Well, she met 2 years, or they got back in touch 2 years ago, and hit it off, and decided they were going to get married. How did they get married if it's illegal?
I'm pretty sure most marriage certificates, there isn't a box that says, "Is one of you the other's mom?"
I feel like if it's
Do they have different last names?
no,
Well, now they don't because they're married.
they didn't before.
She didn't before.
I mean,
I don't know.
to be fair, I don't know. I do not know if they had different last names before.
'Cause you can go to like a Vegas chapel, and if your name is Smith and her name is Smith,
But to get I've never applied for a wedding
I've
license.
been with people when they got a wedding license.
So nowhere on there does it say, like, I feel like if it have like check boxes for things that are legal and illegal.
In Illinois, for instance, here. So because I've done.
Okay, well this
I've-
is Oklahoma.
Well,
So.
I know. Well, I have performed a couple wedding ceremonies as a preacher, as a reverend online,
It's a son of a preacher man.
as a minister. I've performed. Mine was the one thing I did notice that they were doing was there's a box that certifies that, or the allotment is you could be like second cousins,
Right,
but you have to be over the age of like 50 something.
right. It's
So-
kind of like the last chance clause.
But that's not like a box or a check. I mean, there's no.
So you do not have to go out of your way to prove that the marriage can be legal before you can get married.
You just go in and you get a certificate.
Then what's the point of a marriage license if it's not saying that, yeah, this is a legal marriage when people can get illegally married?
I don't know what to tell you.
It just seems stupid, man. Like, she married her son. And then she's like, okay, then I'm going to marry my daughter. How do you get away with that twice?
It's Oklahoma,
F-
buddy.
15 months, and then they go in, yeah, I'm gonna get this annulled because, incest. What screeching halt put a black mark on her record. Hey, she tends to marry her children next time she applies for a marriage license. Double check the name inside the collar.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And as far as what you put your quandary about people and whatever and everything like that, it's one of those things that it's like you live in a society and society dictates the rules.
Right.
Whether sometimes there are extremes, sometimes there aren't, and probably shouldn't marry your kids.
No, you shouldn't.
Because
it's fucking gross and weird and wrong.
Or if you're gonna.
But at the same time,
if you're gonna, keep your mouth shut about it, and then you won't have to worry and deal with people's speculation.
it's just a really fucked up situation, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like, I don't know. Between here and Oklahoma, I feel like something's lost in translation. Speaking of lost in translation.
Hold on.
No!
To the stupid rickshaw!
God damn it. So the iPhone 7 is coming out. Big deal, right?
Doesn't have a jack.
Doesn't have a headphone jack. The 3.5 millimeter jack that's like in every electronic device for the past 20 years.
That's because they want to sell Bluetooth headphones.
Exactly, yeah. I mean,
Bluetooth headphones.
they did it so they could sell their own peripherals because that's what Apple's great for. They sell phones that are 2 years behind in technology, but they
also they want to stop people from using other forms of payment like Square or the triangle thing because now they can't. If you have
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, if you have that, you can't plug in your Square anymore. You have to go through Apple Pay.
I wonder if they're going to keep the headphone jack for the iPads.
I don't know. They should because that's a lot of companies who have gone through there's some companies out there that have iPads. They send their salespeople along with iPads.
Right.
And then you plug your Square in and you do your thing. I don't know.
I got a Square, but I've never used it.
I have a Square, but I also use Chase Pay more.
Yeah.
Because most people I know have Chase, so
yeah. I used Chase Pay to send you payment once.
Yeah.
So in China, see the iPhone has a slogan. Like Apple has a sweet slogan for it. Just says, "This is 7." Interesting, tiny little slogan.
Yeah.
Tight, like you know what it is. It's about the iPhone 7. It's cool. But in China, which is a huge market, it's one of Apple's biggest markets, where Apple products are incredibly popular. The slogan, "This is 7," translate in Cantonese to something not so user-friendly.
No.
It's hilarious to me, but for them, it's not a good idea. In Cantonese, 7 is pronounced as "sat." I don't know. I'm just guessing. Which is slang for what? What do you think it might be slang for? Like a slogan saying "This is 7" in Cantonese translates to "This is blank."
Soy sauce.
No, it has to be offensive.
Sweet and sour.
No, it has to be offensive.
Asshole.
You are close, like by location and by guest.
Does it mean dick?
It's a slang for male genitalia.
This is penis.
So the literal translation of the iPhone 7 slogan turns out to be "This is penis."
So you know, this is penis.
They got rid of the jack. So
Poor timing.
or is it great timing? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it great timing?
I don't think so.
It's you could do worse with slogans.
Sure.
But you sure as hell could do better.
It's like this shit.
This is fuck you.
This is fuck you. Yeah, you like the iPhone? Fuck you. You wish you could use your jack? Can't anymore. Fuck you. Apple iPhone 7. This is penis.
This is penis.
Fuck yeah.
It'd be better than like if it was in Germany and it translated to Hitler did nothing wrong. iPhone 7. Hitler did nothing wrong. What? What is that?
Going on?
Oh no, it's the slogan translation. It's just the language barrier. It's weird. Like we'll get you a new
back
slogan.
to Hitler.
I mean, he's pretty much dominating this. I
Stop it.
I can't help it. He's just everywhere. I don't know. That's pretty much the extent of that story. I mean, it's not like this is penis evacuated a whole school or anything.
What, evacuated a whole school? To the stupid bus!
I hate you. Do you remember that hot sauce you tried back in season 1?
Yeah.
Would you like to eat something that's hotter than that?
No. I didn't want to eat that.
That's true. I listened back to that part of the episode, and you were
adamant.
You were definitely not on board for that.
No.
It took like 3 minutes of convincing. And I even gave you an out. I'm like, you can just say no and then cut this entire thing out of the episode and no one will know the difference.
I didn't want to do all the work.
Yeah, so you'd rather just burn your insides?
Yeah.
How bad did you feel from that tiny little drop of hot sauce?
I didn't like it because like my mouth was numb and I was drinking soda, which was dumb.
Yeah.
It just helps spread it around.
Yep.
And then the rest of my mouth was numb. And I didn't like it.
Well, are you familiar with the ghost pepper?
Yeah.
Okay, so students at the Milton Union Middle
Ghost
School.
pepper slider at White's Castle right now.
I guarantee you that's nowhere near as hot as eating an actual ghost pepper.
But probably not.
It's over 1 million Scoville units,
Ugh.
which is the units they use to how much parts of water would it take to dilute it so it's
Right.
no longer spicy. So something like jalapeno is at like 4,000 or something like that, or 2,000. Like Tabasco sauce is at 8,000, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So this has got a Scoville unit rating of over 1 million. And there is a group of kids, students aged 11 to 14, after like around 40 kids all decided to eat fucking ghost peppers at school. They had to evacuate the school. Emergency response came. 5 kids got hospitalized because they ate these peppers. They were like one student was like, we all drank like 10 cartons of milk, and the pepper was really hot.
Yeah.
It's like, no shit. One student just decided to bring these in. Kids were complaining of symptoms such as blotchy skin, hives, sweating, watering eyes, and general discomfort.
Well, they probably ate it and then touched their face.
Yeah. So
You have to wear gloves.
yeah,
and
like when people cook with this stuff,
eyeglasses.
when you're watching stuff like the show Man vs. Food, you see people cooking with this stuff. They're wearing rubber gloves. Some of them are wearing gas masks.
Yeah.
Because if it gets like in the air and then into your eyes, it's
like
just
mace.
it's mace. It's worse than mace.
Ugh.
Yeah, these kids just decided to eat them all. Now it's not the hottest pepper in the world. The hottest pepper in the world is Carolina Reaper, which measures at 1.57 million Scoville units. 1.5. And there's a video floating around Facebook that just became popular the last week or two of these 2 teenage girls just eating these Carolina Reapers. Entire peppers. They go and take it the bite, so it's just the stem left in their hand. And then seconds later, they're flipping out. It's like, well, no shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried eating a jalapeno pepper first?
Right. Kids, and they'll do that, man. Like, it's a weird thing. A lot of kids you see on fucking YouTube, and they're basically hurting themselves or each other, and they love watching it. So I remember when I was running the haunted house a couple years back, I'm sitting there, and this guy was basically, he was like, had someone cross their arms, and he would lift them up, and then their faces were turning. I'm like, you're basically choking this person.
So wait, they would cross their arms. He put their arm. He'd wrap his arms around their arms.
Yeah, and then lift them up, and it was basically constricting airflow. You know?
No, I mean I know why. Like we used to do that to crack backs.
Well, no, they were doing that because they wanted to see how red someone's face could get, or purple someone's face could get.
Well, see, it's probably a byproduct because it started off as someone was like cracking backs, like,
Right.
"Oh man, your face turned really red."
Let's see.
Let's see.
And they're sitting there and they're filming it. I'm just like, what are you doing?
I mean, we can't really talk much shit because, like, growing up, we'd be watching Jackass, and it was like the #1 show on MTV.
Sure.
It was like, ha, people doing stupid things getting hurt. Yeah, I guess. But that was like, these are professionals. Don't try this at home.
Right.
And now everyone's trying it at home because they want to be famous on YouTube, or Vine, or Instagram, or Facebook. Like, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. If you're on it and you're popular, you can make a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, rich kids that live at home, like 16-year-olds, they spend all their allowance and have their parents buy them all this fancy shit, and they do stupid stuff for attention. They end up getting like 2 million followers. Then they start getting sponsorship deals and all this stuff. And these people are fucking millionaires.
Right. To begin with.
Well, not even to begin with. Like, if they had their own bank account full of their own money that they earned from endorsements, they'd still be considered like millionaires and shit.
Crazy.
Because of how much money they get off of views. It's all based off of views. So if you get 2 million followers, put out 4 videos a week, you're getting 4 million views a week. Fuck you. We get like 100 listeners for this.
The same for those animals like Grubby Cat or sombrero wearing lizard.
Yeah, everyone wants to be the next big fad because it translates to huge dollars in the real world. All you have to do is fuck around. They say
When are
that
we gonna get a sponsor?
you could sponsor us. The Hitler Cast, Season 2, brought to you by
Hitler.
Yeah, I remember that cat.
Cats that look like Hitler. Look it up. It's hilarious.
Oh man, these kids these days
These children.
just doing stupid shit.
Oh my god.
Makes me want to blow up the world.
Oh no! Don't do that.
I mean, I really want to.
No, there's got to be a ray of light somewhere.
There is.
Yay!
But it's also tied to a piece of shit.
Oh.
So, you familiar with the news about the EpiPens?
Yep.
So it's like,
Overcharged.
it used to be a package of 2 EpiPens cost like $60 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they have since upped the price to like $700 for 2 of them. For no good reason. Just being assholes. Like, hey, you know what? This could kill people if they don't have it. So I'm going to try to take more money from them. If they wanted to raise the price like $10,
Right.
say, cost of manufacturing increase, fine. It's $10. It's been how long since this came out? Fine. But they increased it $600.
Right.
And they're like, nah, sucks to suck, nerd.
Right.
So a Twin Cities doctor from Minneapolis, Dr. Douglas McMahon, he has created a $50 EpiPen alternative.
There you go. EpiPen Light.
He's with the Allergy and Asthma Center of Minnesota in Eagan. And he's trying to get it on the market. He's been working on it for years because he has severe food allergies himself. And he's had to carry EpiPens. He said they're really big and cumbersome to the point where he wouldn't even carry it because it was just so... It sounds silly, but it's so inconvenient to carry this.
Yeah, it's even more inconvenient to die, though.
Exactly. But he started, working on this thing in his lab several years ago, creating a smaller device, which he calls Allergy Stop. He said once he realized how inexpensive the parts were, including the medicine, he realized he can sell it to patients for a very reasonable cost. He's in the process of raising money to try to get it to patients. He has to go through a rigorous amount of FDA testing before it can get put on the market.
Right.
And he needs backers in order to do it. He says it's going to take about $2 million to get all the testing done that he needs.
He should be able to get that, no problem.
He should,
You go on
but
Kickstarter.
therein lies the problem. He actually started an Indiegogo campaign to do it, to start raising the money, but the funding for that has been really slow. So hopefully,
It's the worst. There's got to be at least 2 million people out there who need to carry it.
yeah, if 2 million people all chip in a buck,
Yeah, he's got his funding. And
exactly. But the problem is, if he doesn't get this money, he's going to have to look for other kind of backing, and you're going to run into a couple different problems. Number one, big pharmaceutical companies are big on keeping their money.
Right.
So if you're coming out with a generic version or a better version or whatever, they'll do everything they can with their money to stop you, whether it's legally, or through either they'll sue you or they'll pay someone off to block your applications or slow things down or whatever it is. You have to deal with that issue. Number two, if he does get someone with a lot of money to back him, he has to worry about these people trying to make their money back.
Right.
So they would increase the cost of it going from $50 to
$100.
Yeah, so they want a return on their investment, which you can't blame them for.
No.
But at the same time, someone like George Clooney, who's a big fan of doing all this charity work and everything, he could be like, here's $2 million, get this to people, they need it.
Right.
And George is a hero.
Well, there's got to be, like, even an allergy foundation.
Yeah.
There's got to be something, like juvenile diabetes, they have a foundation that you could donate money to, and they would look at it and say, hey, let's give it to this person. You know,
they are one ice bucket challenge away from meeting their funding goals.
Or just I can say, hey, do you know, go. I think you go to every web page or whatever for people or chat room and just say, give me $1.
Yeah.
Give me $2. Give me whatever you guys.
This is exactly what it's going towards.
This is what it's for. Everyone's bitching.
Instead of
every article there is, to every comment thread, and be like, hey, we need your help to stop this shit that you're all very outraged about.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's been working on it for years has been great. Cause,
right.
I mean, he started working on it back when the EpiPens were still, I guess, reasonably priced. He just did it because he wanted a smaller alternative, because the EpiPen itself is the size of like a big magic marker.
Right.
Because it's essentially like a self-contained needle and medicine delivery system that you just stab in your leg so you don't die because you accidentally ate a peanut shell.
Right.
But he wants to make something that's smaller, easier to carry. So it's going to be more convenient. It's going to be affordable. Just the news alone of people outraged, if this story catches traction, it should be enough. It'd be like, hey, you are all outraged about this. Here's the answer. But it's unfortunate. Like the negative side of me is saying people don't care. They just want to be outraged about something. They don't want to do anything.
Hey, I got an idea. China, don't pay $90 to have your baby named. Give $90 to this guy trying to make an EpiPen, so that when your baby has an allergy, your baby will live.
Who's to say China just won't make a knockoff of that?
True.
And, I mean, they're kind of big on that.
Yeah. Well, that's China for you.
Moral of the story is Hitler China.
That's going to do it for this week. On that note, Bear, where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewsom42.
Oh, that's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can follow this podcast at Stupids Tweeting, or look for us on Facebook by searching for Stupids Talking Stupid.
And you can see all of our other podcasts on dvmpe.com.
Empire.
Go to the Amazon link if you're going to go buy anything on Amazon, because it gives us the monies to do this stuff. It's a lot of fun. This is the beginning of Season 2. If you wanted to know what happened on Season 1, feel free to go back and listen to any of our...
Or all of them.
We'd prefer it. If don't just start in the middle, because you're not going to know what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, the character development is really there.
Yeah, it's really.
Plus, the first 3 episodes,
yeah.
It's just like, hey, these are the stories we're going to talk about, and then we do it.
Right.
We didn't until episode 4. Then we decided let's fuck around with this.
Let's just have fun.
And now it's downward spiral into. It takes us longer to record the intro than it does to record the episode sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
It took us an hour today, but there was also a computer update in there.
Yeah, you know how it is. But yeah, we will see you next week, and for the next 23 weeks or 22 weeks after that for Season 2.
Except for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
We'll
be off the week of Thanksgiving.
We're gonna eat turkey.
Because I'm thankful that we don't have to do this.
And I eat turkey.
Pie.
That's gonna do it for this week. Stupid talking stupid. I'm Patrick.
I'm Bear.
And we'll see you later.
Yeah.